Oh, okay.
See, the World War II veterans came in, they paid for everything.
Right.
See, for the Koreans, we got $110 a month. Now, you had to pay for your books and everything like that.
Okay. Okay.
And I really shouldn't have been there because I had an instructor named Kelly Crockett, who had a PhD from the University of Oklahoma.
Okay.
And I had an American College Dictionary. That was when I was the only one in the class that had this dictionary. I took the dictionary. One thing about him, I had to give credit. You learn how to write under him.
Right. Okay.
But he made one mistake one day. He made a grammatical mistake, and I corrected him. I'll never do that again.
Oh.
From then on, it was like Hitler and Stalin. You know, he laid for me. He laid for me. Look, we turned to exercise. Okay, turn to page 22. Do exercise 5. Say they had 10 paragraphs. They read 5. And well, if somebody else before me read 5, I read 5. He said, "You read until I tell you to stop."
Okay. And
he told me, he said, "Listen," he said, "I interview all my students, and I haven't had an interview with you." I set it up. I said, "I've been waiting on this." He said, "What do you mean?" I said, "This interview." I said, "Look here." I said, "I'm 24 years old. I'm not like these 17 and 18-year-old students." And I said, "I'm a man. Treat me like a man." And I stayed off campus, and he stayed off campus. And he wanted to show me that he wasn't biased. And I had an 8 o'clock class in the morning. I'd meet him. If he was on the left-hand side of the street, I went on the right-hand side. He'd go over there too. "Good morning, Mr. Crosby." All like that. Boom. But he did one thing. He told me, I said, "Well, I know one thing. We had a midterm. I got a B+ on the midterm." I said, "You can give me an F, you can't flunk me."
Right.
He didn't give me an F, but he gave me a D.
Oh. Okay. All right.
But I mean, I had a lot of experiences in service.
Okay. And just looking back over your career, did you have any life lessons learned from your military service?
Yeah.
Well, what would be one of your major life lessons that you learned?
Well, one thing was about adapting from military life to civilian life. See, because I learned when I was in there, when we was in Korea, they assigned us different things. See, I could take a 50 caliber machine gun apart and put it back together with my eyes closed, because that was one of my assignments.
Right.
And the same thing. And then I tell you another thing. Like after this incident about the soldiers being killed, you had rifle inspection. And this one guy said he had the best rifle in the company. So I switched rifles with him because the cat said your rifle was dirty. And the cat said this rifle was dirty. And I know that was a lie. Now I could, when he had it, it was the best rifle in the company. And when I go switch with him, I go, M1 rifle. No, it wasn't all right. And see, what the guys used to do, they take lighter fluid. You take lighter fluid and put it down the barrel, and you clean that out good, and you look down there, look, boom, perfect. But see, he just had it in for me, boom. No, it wasn't like that. No.
Okay. All right. Well, you have a very interesting story. We're going to try to. I think we covered a lot, and obviously we can't cover everything. But is there any final words that you would like to say, you know, for the history project, or anything that you would like to add?
Yeah, I remember seeing Van Fleet and the general who replaced MacArthur. And at that time, the senator from Kentucky was the vice president, Barkley.
Okay.
And they came over one time. And I know how the headlines read in the States. Barkley visit the front. All you could see was jets flying over. And back in the mountains, the Chinese were in those bunkers up there, and they were dropping napalm on them and everything like that.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
Ridgeway, that's a General Ridgeway.
Oh, okay.
I had a cousin that spent 20 years in the Army. I had another one who spent 20 years in the Navy.
Oh, okay.
See, I couldn't have been under there in those conditions. Not in George Wald's country.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Did you seem to get a little emotional just now?
No.
Okay. So, sometimes we have some veterans have a flashback and they get emotional but that's not happening to you.
No.